G'day gentlemen, just a bit of a different video. I mean, I will be updating you guys with the guys that have been following the family court business, the dramas that I've been caught up in. But this video is pretty much probably about 4 points with regards to 4 different pointers, 4 different heads. One being a question that I always get asked, and believe it or not, even ask myself. I mean, what is MGTOW to me? What is men going their own way to myself? On a collective level, I think it's already out there. So MGTOW as a collective is just a collective of men, which is very important, that are going their own way. And probably, if you look at it on a micro level, each individual man is going his own separate way. But on a macro level, we are sort of going pretty much the same way. We have a lot of thoughts, concepts, outlooks that are pretty much on the same parallel. And we do want to some extent, I suppose, reach some objectives, at the very least, reaching the objective of happiness. It's like sometimes I look at it, and I'm using myself as an analogy or metaphor, a man with broken wings, going through the family court process system, having his kids stripped away from him, as many men have. It's very well known. Going my own way, but at the same time, it's having many men help me, and which is really appreciated. Pretty much mending and fixing up my wings and helping me to fly again. And there's nothing more beautiful than being a man that can fly, going his own way, happy. I used to think I couldn't get past the point of being content, and content was satisfaction, and it was a good level to be at, but no, it gets better than that, and you can actually be happy. You can fly again. You can get your wings pretty much fixed from being broken and fly again happy. So on an individual level, a happy MGTOW. Now, am I an angry or a happy MGTOW? And what do I think about angry MGTOW? Well, I was angry. Of course, I was angry. Part of me is still angry. With all the injustices that happen against men, whether it be family court, whether it be men that pretty much have bias. A bias that's against them, living every day in a gynocentric society, pretty much swimming against the grain, and it's like you're swimming against a rip, really hard to get through it, and you probably end up drowning. And it's not easy. No, it's not easy. So when you start becoming aware of all of this, it makes you angry. I think I've overcome that. Don't get me wrong, I still see that, and I'm very well aware of that, and I do my best to educate other men and help other men open their eyes so they don't fall into the traps that are there. Traps that I have fallen into, for example, with regards to the plantation. Make sure you walk away from that plantation. It's your prerogative. You can do what you want to do, but put it out there. This is what I've got to show. This is what I can prove to you. If you want to stay in this plantation, it's your choice. You can opt to stay in there, or you can leave that plantation. And believe me, if you leave that plantation, it doesn't mean the grass isn't greener on the other side, because believe me, the grass is greener when you leave that plantation. There are so many things that a man can gain: wealth, health, keeping their sanity. So even on a mental level, you can go out there and have fun. I have fun, for example, flying my hexacopter. Today I went out with my friend to a park and flew. He hadn't seen me fly my hexacopter. He liked it. I enjoyed it because I get a rush getting this little craft up there and moving it around. It's fucking awesome. It's really great. But I'm working because I want to work. I'm putting some money on the side and probably focusing, hopefully in the future, probably even buy some property. So am I angry? No, I'm not angry. I'm happy now. I've got my wings and I think I'm starting to soar. So if I feel like I'm happy right now, even though my family court hearing hasn't even come yet, I've come a long way, and I couldn't have done this without the support of men going their own way as a collective, inclusive of other people, other men, excuse me, of other men that have helped me on a personal level, and I can never forget that. Paul Wilson, World Class Wizard, MGTOW Messenger, at the time, shining light, when I had that at the time, I had that, what was it, with regards to family court, where I had to go on a specific date. This is good. I can't even remember what it was actually for because I'm moving away. I am progressing. But these specific individuals called me. One day, they remembered that I had court that next day. They rang me one day before just to make sure I was okay. I can't forget that. I love you blokes. And, MGTOW in its essence may not be, when you look at the acronym in its simplest form, men going their own way. Okay, that's just an acronym, but there are things behind that. And what is behind that is love, compassion, a brotherhood, men with empathy, men that are looking out for other men and wanting to give a helping hand. And there's nothing more beautiful than that. So I believe I'm a happy MGTOW. I feel like I'm a happy man as well. And what do I think about angry MGTOW? Well, I was angry. It's a phase. It's a healing process. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being angry. If you're angry, it doesn't mean you're going to stay angry forever. But also, if you become happy after you've gone through the angry phase, it doesn't mean that you're not going to pursue helping other men either. Even in its simplest form with regards to educating other men regarding all the traps and the hurdles, the obstacles, and what have you. So I have no issue with angry MGTOW. MRAs and MGTOWs, and what is the difference? Well, I think I might be an MRA. I know I'm a MGTOW either way. I'm a MGTOW first, but because I'm actively, and other men are as well, actively trying to help other men that are out there, that causes us to be active, and by proxy or default, when you're active and you're trying to pursue in practice helping other men and stuff like that, causes you to be a men's rights activist, whether you like it or not. So there is a difference. Man going his own way is completely off the plantation, though. That's the difference. That would be a bold and clear difference. But men's rights activists can be on the plantation. So the ultimate difference right there would be a MGTOW can still be an MRA, but an MRA that's a traditional type of I was going to say NRMA. Maybe we have a service that goes around that fixes cars that are broken down and stuff, called the NRMA. Well, the an MRA doesn't necessarily have to be a MGTOW. And if that's what they want to do, if they want to pretty much walk on a knife's edge, well, they're going to end up getting burnt, and they will end up becoming baptized by fire. I pose a question to men that are going their own way. The question is this: if you have a friend, someone that you know that's living in a blue-pilled world, and he's hanging over the edge of a cliff, but you also have another man. So you have a man that's hanging off the edge of a cliff, and another man who's a MGTOW, though. The second man is a MGTOW who's also hanging off the edge of a cliff. The other man, the very first man, is a blue-pilled man with obviously the blue-pilled mindset, tradcon, traditionalist, on the plantation. But the second man is a man going his own way, completely off the plantation, red-pilled mindset. Who would you save? Who would you save? Right there, you know the answer to that. You don't have to say it out. You don't even have to type it into a comment, but you know the answer to that. If you can answer the right answer there, right there between yourself, then you know if you're a true man going his own way. Thanks for listening, guys, and hopefully I'll be putting out some new content very soon.